you looking to move to New York City to find love? Do you want to be the next Carrie Bradshaw off to find Mr. Big? Well, you're not gonna find it here. Turn around, back up, you're not gonna find it here. So let's talk about dating in New York City. I have been in New York City for a few years now. I've found dating here to be very, very difficult. I have unfortunately had to succumb to online dating. I've used Tinder and Happen. Haven't used Bumble or Coffee Meets Bagel or some of those other things, but I know they're out there and probably just as much of a disaster as the ones I've been using. Let's get down to business. The thought of online dating always creeped me out. Meeting a stranger just was such a weird concept to me. Catfishing, that's a thing. There's a TV show on that.
Really sorry.
My apologies.
I'm apologizing in front of all these freaking cameras, like what the
I just wish we could move forward from the situation.
I don't know what else to say.
Gotta worry about that. What if he's a murderer, kidnaps me and chops me up and throws me into the river? That's a concern my mom has. She calls me literally every day. She's like, are you okay? Are you breathing? You're not cut up in the river, are you? And I answer the phone, so I don't know why you asked me those questions, because clearly I'm still alive. But she's just concerned, as mothers always are. One of my friends decided to download Tinder. And at first I was like, girl, what are you doing? That is so weird. I would never download that. But then I was watching her swiping through people, and it was like a game. So I was like, all right, you know what? I'm bored. I'll play this game too. So I decided to download Tinder. Don't know why I did that, but I did. The most common message I would receive on Tinder was, will you sit on my face? No. How's that for an opening line, right? What happened to, hey, what's up? Apparently, will you sit on my face works for people because I've received that so many times, so clearly girls respond to that in a positive way, but not me. One of the first people that I matched with was Shane. So we matched on Tinder because he thought that I was cute and I thought that he was cute. We actually talked for a good, 4 or 5 months without actually meeting. We exchanged Snapchat information to make sure that we were real people. Not for other reasons that you might be thinking. Don't be getting any ideas, because none of that funny business happened. Yes, he was a real person and I was a real person, and so yeah, we talked via Snapchat and texting. And obviously I stalked his Facebook and Googled him to make sure he was a legitimate human being. After talking for a bit, Shane was like, hey, why don't we meet up? You know, we've been talking for so long. And I was like, yeah, we should meet up. We decide to meet up at this bar. Being the smart girl that I am, I told every person I know basically where I was going, the name of the guy, pictures of what he looked like, just in case he happened to be, a murderer. I just don't want to get kidnapped, okay? So it's important. If you're gonna go on any online dates, please tell someone where you're going, because who knows what could happen. Go to a public place. Don't go to his apartment, okay? Don't do that. Don't be stupid. You don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen. So I go to the bar and I see him sitting there. Keep in mind, we've been talking for months and he's Mr. Personality. I'm kind of stoked to meet him because we seem to mesh really well online. But there's a difference between meshing well online and meshing well in person. So I see him there sitting at the bar. Obviously I recognized him from his picture. So I go over to him. This is how it went. Hey, it's really nice to meet you. Thanks for coming out tonight. Hi, what? Turns out Shane was a whisperer. He had no projection in his voice whatsoever. Fun fact about me, I have hearing loss in one of my ears, so I rely on one ear. I have no idea what he's saying. Whisperers don't go well with me because I can't hear and I'm loud. So being the polite girl that I am, I just smile and nod. Yeah. And then he asks me if I'm hungry and want to get some food. Yeah, I could get some food. He decides to order a sampler appetizer. Sampler appetizers have a little bit of everything. You got your chicken wings, your mozzarella sticks, your french fries, whatever. So the sampler comes, he starts hoarding the food. He's like, I'm not getting any of this. I'm lucky if I can steal a mozzarella stick. So I quickly grab a stick before he bites my hand off. And I'm looking at him, and he's just eating all his mozzarella sticks and chicken wings, and he's got chicken sauce all over his face from the buffalo wings. He looks something like this. So I'm just sitting there, about to hurl because I'm a little bit grossed out. Then he starts licking his fingers after he's done with his chicken wings. You know, I will admit, in the privacy of my own living space, if I have something, I might lick my fingers, but I'm not gonna do that on a date or in a restaurant. I'm just like, oh my god, when is this gonna end? Probably like a half hour in at this point, which is nothing. And I tell him that, you know, I have to get up early in the morning and then I'm gonna have to leave early. It's like 7:30 right now. Like, it's so early. Clearly, I don't want to be around you. He doesn't take that hint at all, so he's like, oh, really? You have to go? Okay, want one more drink? No, you know, I'm good. I think that one drink is good for me. I'm gonna have to head out soon. This is the best part. Now, I know this might sound a little superficial of me, but you know what? Whatever. I get up to leave, and I'm not super tall, but I'm average-ish, I guess. I'm like 5'8". So we get up, ready to go, and he hops off his stool, and it was like Munchkin Land. I wasn't expecting it. I was not expecting it. So here he is, he's down here, and I'm up here, and I'm like, okay, let's go. The little Shane starts heading to the door, and I'm behind him, and I'm like, oh my god, this is Tinder. Okay, great, this is awesome. I hate my life. I'm never going on this app again. And it's just funny because you think you're gonna meet someone and they're just totally different in person. Getting ready to leave, and we're outside, and I'm like, thank you, have a good night. And then he starts coming over, and here, he's like up to here on me, and I'm like, bye. He starts getting on his tippy toes, thinking he was gonna kiss me with the chicken sauce on his face, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, Shane, but I just don't think this is gonna work out. He looks at me and he's like, I thought we had a good time. I'm like, you know, I really have to go. He grabs my waist and like tries to kiss me, and I'm just like, Shane, I just told you this didn't go well. What? You think I'm gonna kiss you with the chicken sauce in your face? No, it's not gonna work out. I just kind of run, basically. I'm just like, okay, bye, and I like totally run away. And probably about like less than 10 minutes later, I get a text from him saying, I had a really good time. I hope we can go out again. I wonder how my reaction and response made him think that that was gonna happen. Because it wasn't. That's one of my wonderful Tinder stories. Didn't really go well, had nothing in common. The chicken sauce, I will never forget it. The image haunts me. But yeah, Tinder is a dangerous game. It really is. It's hit or miss. In my case, it's been a lot of misses. That's annoying. But you know what? Maybe one day my mom will be right and I will find my prince somehow. Or I will find a bunch of cats and dogs to adopt and live happily ever after. I don't know. That's one of my many Tinder stories. Maybe I'll share some more. Maybe I won't. I probably will. If you have any crazy Tinder stories, please share them. I would love to read them because I think awful stories or awful experiences make for great stories. If you enjoy these, please comment, like, subscribe. I don't know how this YouTube stuff works yet. Alright, well, peace out from the Angry New Yorker.